Shalom, shalom, shalom to the hope elect of Israel. I want to start off and give all honors and infinite praises to YAHAWAH, BaHaShem, YAHAWASHI, BaHaShem, ReKaKwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GreatMillstone who have taught us His truth and who rule well. Peace and safety and salutations out there to you sincere and you hopeful elect, scattered abroad across the four winds of this earth. Alright, I'm your fellow servant, Malakia, coming in with another lesson today. Alright, and this lesson is going to be dealing with going into the wonders of YAHAWAH BaHaShem YAHAWASHI. You know, many of the scriptures, how, you read it, from Genesis to Revelation, even throughout the Apocrypha as well, there are many different accounts of the Lord's wonders. Okay? And the Lord's wonders, His wonderful works, alright, it goes into, the creation, goes into YAHAWASHI, the Elohim, as well as, the Israelites. You have the Lord's judgments, those are considered as wonders. And I want to focus more on some of the judgments, alright, as well, because these are wonderful works as well that the world, they don't know. Okay, so I want to go ahead and get into it. I want to get the word right quick. The word wonders, it goes into the word wonder. It's a verb from the etymology online. It says to be astonished, also admire, to make wonderful, and to magnify. Okay, as we see YAHAWAH BaHaShem YAHAWASHI, okay, he makes his name to be known, alright, throughout all the earth, alright, by the way of astonishment. Okay, the nations at one time, alright, were astonished, okay, at YAHAWAH, alright, BaHaShem YAHAWASHI, based off the different judgments, alright, that he would bring throughout the earth. You look at Noah, he had, his wife, his sons, and they had their wives, okay, but it was 8 people on the ship. But when it got to the point was YAHAWAH, alright, he flooded the whole earth. Okay, this was an astonishment. Okay, it's been left throughout different secular history, different other nations. They all have a record of the flood. Okay, and this is one part of a wonder, alright, that has never ever happened ever throughout the time of history. And the next thing that's getting ready to come in the way of the judgments is the nuclear fire. Okay, this is getting ready to come here into Babylon the Great. Today, aka America. You so-called blacks, Latinos, Native American Indians. You're not astonished right now, but in the time of the astonishment of YAHAWAH BaHaShem YAHAWASHI bringing the plagues upon this place, you will be astonished. Let me get that right quick in the book of Isaiah, chapter 13. I believe it's in verse 6, but I'm gonna go down to verse 8 because this is getting ready to come to America, Babylon the Great, and this is getting ready to come to be an astonishment of you. All right, and this is a part of one of the Lord's wonders. All right, so this is the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, and I'm gonna start at verse 6. It says, "Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty." Howl, cry. The scriptures talk about it's going to be a lot of wailing and gnashing of teeth in that day. The day that YAHAWAH BaHaShem YAHAWASHI brings fire upon America. This is coming from on high. Okay, the Lord's knowledge that He has had, all right, and He's brought it down and He placed it into certain Edomites, throughout, time, to where the missiles will begin to drop. Okay, here in America, Babylon the Great. So this is going to be an astonishment unto you. You think, that you're living your life today, that it's not going to be anything getting ready to happen. But as we see the different collapse of this system, we see the collapse of everything happening as well as the downfall of America, you will see one of the Lord's wonders, all right, one of his greatest wonders, and it's going to really be the most greatest judgment of all time. And this is coming from what? The Almighty. So it says, it shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. You know, your heart going to your la'ab, going into your mind. Okay, you're not knowing what's going on, what's happening, fearful, scared. You know, all hands are going to be faint. You're going to be weak. You're not going to understand what is getting ready to come, but you're going to know that it is from YAHAWAH BaHaShem YAHAWASHI. That's why many scriptures that goes into it, it says that, it says that, then shall they know that I am Yahweh. Okay, so many of you people will be astonished at the wonder that YAHAWAH BaHaShem YAHAWASHI is about to bring upon this earth. Verse 8, it says, and they shall be afraid. Pains and sorrow shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. Okay, an astonishment, a wonder that's happening unto you. Something that you would have never thought would never ever happen in your life is going to be onto you in that day. Okay, that's the day of the Lord. The day of the Lord is coming unto you. And this is one of the parts of the Lord's wonders, the Lord's judgments. Okay, so going back into the word wonder, it's a verb. It says to be astonished, to admire, to make wonderful, and to magnify. You see, YAHAWAH BaHaShem YAHAWASHI is about to magnify his name. Let me get one more quick precept in the book of Isaiah chapter 2. I think it's at verse 11. It's the book of Isaiah chapter 2 verse 11. It says, the lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and men shall be bowed down. And the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. Going into what? One of the Lord's wonders. Him magnifying his name, magnifying his judgments that he's getting ready to place right throughout the whole earth, especially here in Babylon the Great. So jump into the book of Psalms chapter 40 verse 5. It says, many, O Lord, YAHAWAH BaHaShem YAHAWASHI, my power are thy wonderful works which thou hast done, and thy thoughts which are toward us they cannot be reckoned up in order unto thee. Hey, going into as well as the different miracles, the different creations, the different things that the Lord has brought upon this earth, and as well with the nation of Israel as well. Okay, many different wonderful works. You know, starting off with YAHAWASHI, all right, his men, all right, coming back, all right, to bring the rest of Israel together. This is a wonderful work. Prophecy. We're living in a time of prophecy right now. This is the part of the Lord's wonderful works. Okay, so it reads on. It says, if I would declare and speak of them, they are more than can be numbered. There's so many different things from the very beginning that the Lord has created, all right, to the time that we are in right now. There have been many numerous works. You know, the scripture says that there's been so many things not written that the books cannot contain, especially just dealing with YAHAWASHI and all the miracles that he has done. Those were many different wonderful works. Okay, so the Lord is just, okay, in the things of what he does. Okay, so jump into the book of Psalm 78, and I'm gonna start at verse 1. All right, this is a psalm of Asaph. So Mashiel of Asaph, and you read at the top heading, it says God's guidance of his people in spite of their unfaithfulness. But it reads verse 1. It says, give ear, O my people, to my law, incline your ears to the words of my mouth. I will open my mouth in a parable. You know, I was just speaking on the prophecies. You know, as you see the men of the Lord, as we speak, there's many different parables. Okay, as we speak. It says, I will utter dark sayings of old, So the dark sayings of old, or what we're saying, are the scriptures, are the prophecies. Everything is dealing with the time of YAHAWASHI coming on the scene. All right, the Israelites going into captivity, the Israelites coming out of captivity, nations rising, nations falling. Okay, we've been proclaimed to come in these last days, okay, to be able to utter, okay, the different parables and things of what the people of the world can't see or what they can't hear. We are here to utter all the dark sayings, all the things that's dealing with from the very beginning of the scriptures, dealing with Genesis all the way down to Revelation. You know, the big controversy that's going on right now, dealing with the MOTB. All right, right there's the Lord's men speaking in a parable, the MOTB, the MARK of the BEAST, just not to get the the video clipped. This is how the Lord is speaking. He's speaking through the mouth of his prophets. All right, so it says, I will open my mouth in a parable, I will utter dark sayings of old, which we have heard and known, and our fathers have told us. We're reading and going back in time, looking at what our forefathers have told us. Okay, dealing with the prophecies, dealing with the different visions of what the prophets of old have told us. Okay, we've heard and known these things, and we're here to proclaim these things. And these are the things of what YAHAWASHI has given unto us. Okay, the wonderful works. Verse 4 says, we will not hide them from their children, showing to the generation to come the praises of the Lord and his strength and his wonderful works that he have done. So we're not going to hide this from any of our children, okay, especially coming into the kingdom. Everyone's going to understand and know who YAHAWASHI is. Okay, so let's jump to the book of Psalms chapter 9 and verse 16. It says, the Lord YAHAWASHI is known by the judgment he executeth. Okay, and this is a part of the Lord's wonders, his signs, okay, his wonderful works, his judgments. It says, the wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Hagion Selah. So the wicked, going into Esau Edom, okay, his children. All right, but really when you look at it, it's the elites, okay, the wicked of the Edomites. They're snared. They've been caught into a trap. They thinking that they're gonna get the whole world under subjection and bring in this MOTB, but the Lord has something lined up right in line for them. Okay, the Lord has what? The missiles. Okay, the Lord has the men on the highways and hedges doing these different digital video pistols. Okay, this is a snare, okay, that Esau Edom has put, all right, into his he's groomed himself, all right, to get himself placed into this trap, all right, by the way of the internet as well. All right, you got the YouTube. Where here it is, the prophets in these last days are able to use, and to utilize, the YouTube, the social media, the different things of what Esau has placed out here to deceive the rest of the other people, but the Lord has used it to confound the wicked. It says, verse 17, the wicked shall be turned into hell, and all nations that forgot God. For the needy shall not always be forgotten, the expectation of the poor shall not perish forever. Arise, O Lord, let not man prevail. Let the heathen be judged in thy sight. Put them in fear, O YAHAWAH, by Hashem Yahawashi, that the nations may know themselves to be but men. Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi is about to bring much wonderful works, dealing with judgments, miracles, many different things coming in these last days. Okay, but when all these things come, the wicked is going to be snared. Okay, everyone who's following after the wicked is going to be caught up into the snare. Okay, jump into the book of Psalms 37 and verse 28. It says, for the Lord loveth judgment, and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. I'm going to read it one more time. For the Lord loveth judgment. Okay? This is a part of the Lord's wonders, his wonderful works, his judgments. We just read in Psalms 9 and 16, the Lord is known by the judgments which he executeth. And not only the judgments, the miracles, because it's a miracle that the prophets in these last days were able to wake up, okay, out of the midst of all darkness. The Lord has raised up his men. You know, you read it in I believe it's Psalms 32, and I believe it's the prayer when David was speaking. He was saying that how he laid a table, all right, in the midst of of his enemies. Okay, the Lord has laid the table. He's made the prophecies. He's made everything in the book to be made known. Okay, so this is how the wicked they're getting themselves snared up, all right, by the way of the wonderful works of YAHAWASHI. But going off to finish off, because I don't want to keep dragging out the lesson, but we're gonna stop here in verse 28. But it says, "For the Lord loveth judgment." So remember, I opened up in Isaiah 13. I believe it's Isaiah 13, going into, the people having, faint hearts, faint hands. This is a part of the Lord's judgment. He loves to see judgment. He loves to hear the cries and the agony of the people. This is Yahweh's one of his characteristics. He loves it. Okay? He loves to see when he gets to cast out the judgment upon you wicked sinners. Okay? But it says, "And forsaketh not his saints." We was going into this yesterday in class. The brother Mayum and Kwam, they was going into it. Going into the sure mercies of David. How Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi, his mercy is great. It's beyond measure. Nothing can exceed it. Alright? So the Lord's not going to forsake his saints. It says they are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. And that's another wondrous works that we're getting ready to see in the last days. All right, the Lord getting ready to start to cut off the seed of the wicked, and especially 1,000 years into the kingdom, we're not going to see another Edomite ever again after that. That's going to be the icing on the cake. Dealing with Esau, Edom, and that wicked nation. The Lord's going to cut that whole seed line off, and we will never see wicked people walking around the earth ever again. And that's going to be a great wonder. It's going to be a great sign. It's going to be an astonishment, because the rest of the other nations, they're going to see it and they're going to be thinking. They're going to admire. Okay? Make wonderful. They're going to magnify Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. Okay? His name and his wonderful work. Alright? So that's just a quick lesson going into the wonderful works of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahawashi. Alright, so Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to you, Akim and Akwatium. I want to give all honors and infinite praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, Rekakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who have taught us his truth and who rule well. Peace and safety and salutations out there to you sincere and you hopeful elect, scattered abroad across the four winds of this earth. I'm your fellow servant, Malakia. Shalom.